well met. Welcome to the second episode of Abomination Vaults, the 5th edition version, with the iconic Pathfinder characters in Galarian. So mashup between Pathfinder and 5e. It is awesome. I am Eric Scott DeVee, the GM/DM of this game, and I am looking forward to bringing you the next thrilling episode of our adventure here. Before I pass it on to my lovely players, I want to give a shout out to the Dungeon Scholars Discord. Come and join us. We talk about this game and others. !Discord will get you to that. We also have several sponsors. Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a strategy, adventure, fantasy game with all your favorite characters from various realms, novels, and products on all sorts of devices. If you want to play Farida, Havilar, or Mehen until WotC produces a game with them in it, this is your best bet. They're awesome, and you could get a free chest if you put in ! Code. It'll pop out the code that's good for this week. Two dice partners, Norse Foundry, specialize in making metal dice, which are good at smashing monsters, also good at smashing your table and or your foot, so be really careful with those. And Phoenix dice, named after the creature that rises from the ashes, reusable materials, reduce, reuse, reanimate is the way of the Phoenix dice. Both of those dice are beautiful, and you will find discount codes down there in the doobly-doo below us. One last thing, there is a special Discord code where if you want to learn about our house rules, at least in brief, !AV rules will tell you all about that. Okay, and on that note, take it away, Gabrielle.
Hello, I'm Gabrielle Harboe. I am a writer and game writer and literary agent, and in fact, Eric's literary agent. But that's not important tonight because I'm also Mariciel, the elf, the iconic elf rogue. And that's me. And take it away, Fable.
Hello, I'm Fable. I am a historian and purveyor thereof. I am a director of some LARPs, a writer of many stories, and for today I will be Kira, your iconic cleric of the Forgotten Realms. Jen, go for it.
Hello, I'm Jen. I go by Savage Sparrow on the internet. SavageSparrow.com is my awesome website for nerdy apparel and accessories, and Patreon.com/SavageSparrow is where you can check out my awesome artwork. Coming up in October, I have a Kickstarter that you can hit that notify me on launch button. It's called Skittering Through the Stars. It is not related to the Pathfinder iconics, but it is related to Starfinder, and it's officially licensed. So if you ever wanted to get some really cool stuff, definitely check it out. It's going to be amazing. And tonight,
!Savage will get you that link. I just popped it in the chat.
Thank you.
Keep going.
Tonight I will be playing Amiri, the iconic Baybarian. Ben, go for it.
Hello, everyone. I'm Benjamin Williams. I work in the video game industry at Xbox, a little place down the road here in Puget Sound. And tonight I will be playing Ezren the Wizard, or some version thereof. And I will pass it to our last fabulous partner, Kelsey.
I'm Kelsey Don Scott. I'm whatever. I'm just here. I'm playing our iconic paladin, Sela. Yeah, is that it? Do I have to say something else?
Kels is just being modest. They do a lot of art, and it is amazing. And we have featured some of it on the channel. We will feature more in the future, so keep an eye out.
Thank you.
Okay. So we are back into our expedition to Otari, where it seems dark things are going on. The vibes are absolutely rancid, and the party has agreed to team up to investigate and figure out what could be going wrong. I'm going to start playing some background music. You all let me know if it's too loud. I mean, not the players, they won't be able to hear it, but the audience. Sorry about that. If you have the Twitch open, I guess you can, but then, you'll hear all our voices too. So anyway. Okay. So, unless you all want to get up to some mischief that night, the night passes relatively uneventfully, and the sun rises over the water, okay, so the water is to the south of the town, but you can see the distant horizon lighting up across the water and over the cliffs. As it rises, it illuminates first the cliff upon which the town graveyard is built. So this is like maybe the first time that you've really like seen it in profile. It's down there in the bottom left, and then lest that kind of like have a deleterious effect upon your mood this morning, the light then beams off of the beautiful domes of the Dawnflower Library, which light up with all sorts of radiance to call in the morning.
So I imagine when the light hits her eyes, Amiri is just like the loudest and most irritated groan.
Little hungover.
You know, a bit. So she's just gonna be like, Sela! Sela!
Sela reaches down and gives Amiri a tired little pat on her shoulder.
No,
Yeah.
no, I need you to...
The slight
Like-
scraping sound as the basin that was put there for a very specific purpose last night is scooted a little bit closer to Amiri.
No, can't you just, like, put your hands on me? And, like, that'll fix it. Just, like, put your hands on my body and fix this.
Lay your hands upon my body. My body!
Just right here.
What's a little lay on hands between friends, right?
Sela's dark brown cheeks are getting a little like deeper and darker. She's just like,
Please, just
Just lay on hands fix hangovers?
you can cure the poison condition.
correct.
It
You
does
know
not
what,
cure.
sure.
It does not cure exhaustion due to drinking. However, that is a separate issue.
I have a high enough con.
Mm.
Let's think about it this way.
Uh,
You really want me taking out all of this feeling on everyone we meet.
I do have to say, we're not going to make a habit of this, but so yeah, she will lay on
Absolutely
hands.
Mhm.
All right, let's see. Where is the? I had it up a second ago.
Okay. Well,
Wow.
just this is a good narrative thing. You just like give her a bit of healing
Mhm.
ability, and Amiri, your head clears, and you feel much better.
While this is happening, clearly heard down the hall, Ezren would wait for basically precisely the rise of dawn and knock on Kira's door because he knows
Mm.
she's already awake and like looking out the window.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe there is the sound of the sort of hushed of a scimitar being put back into a sheath before the door just peeks somewhat open, and Kira's eyes kind of turn and tighten in curiosity and focus. Ezren,
Morning. Maybe you'd be
Morning.
up. Would you have coffee with me in my room? And he looks at you sort of like, please.
Question: is Mauriziel there as well? Or is she out doing something else? Or did she sleep somewhere else?
Mauricio, I think that's mostly up to you.
Mm.
I think Mauricio is there and probably not visible through the slight crack in the open door.
Yeah.
But,
Ezra didn't immediately notice Mauriziel, but she is there.
lurking silently. The door. There's a knock on the door, and she immediately hides behind it because intuition, reflex, habit, whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
And she nods at Kira as if to say, that's fine.
Yeah.
But not like
Ezren-
a coded, messagey kind of that's fine, but an actual that's fine.
Yeah. Kira kind of like, Ezra would see Kira's eyes like flick to behind the door. Nod. All right, I just gotten through with a good bit of my prayer. Sure. And we'll push the door the rest of the way open, reaching back to give a little squeeze on Mauricio's wrist before leaving to follow Ezren to his room.
Ezren is oblivious to all these subtleties of this interaction because he's like, okay, good, and then he's just already down the hall. Like, because I think he's probably only like 2 doors down, but he's definitely like focused on this.
Now, is
and-
Mauricio actually going to give the privacy is a different question.
Yeah, and that's a question to you, not to us.
And that's perhaps something for Ezren to not even be thinking about if he's not even thinking about.
He's not at all. Like, he is incredibly focused, and so he welcomes Fable into his room, where you see that there is actually like a full like breakfast setup, like with the really good coffee that they import from his hometown that he can't stop talking about, and like a few like pastries and things like that. Like, he's clearly thought about this.
She walks in and follows, eyes sort of glance about. You are up early, Ezra. Is everything all right?
You know I can't sleep. My back hurts constantly.
You've spent many times in your tower in your town. I didn't know if you had found yourself a solution just yet.
I'm a little too new to magic for that. If there's a spell for back pain, I'll let you know. Might put you out of business, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. Can I pour you a cup?
Please.
So,
She'll go and take a seat. Very proper, though there's very clearly an air of curiosity about her at this invitation.
yeah. So sit down and basically like you get like 1 sip and 1 nibble of a pastry if you choose to eat a pastry in. And he's like, all right, there's something I need you to know because I respect you. And I don't ever want there to be any sort of weirdness between us or any suspicion or, okay, I'm not here just because of your letter. Do you remember those conversations that we tend to have about belonging to something?
Yes. Ezra, have you found faith?
Oh God, no.
Ugh.
And that was intentional. But I have made a decision.
Mhm.
I do need to belong to something. I miss that. And it's troubling me. So I've decided to join the Pathfinder Society. And this trip is about that too. I would have come anyway, even if it had just been your letter. I still would have come. But they also got a letter from the kooky merchant down the road that we're going to go visit. And this is my assignment. I need this to go well. Do you understand me?
She sets her coffee down with a small clatter and sort of reaches across and puts a hand on Ezra's shoulder. My friend, I cannot promise you that it will go well, but I can promise you it will go. And I can promise you that I will do my best to ensure that at the very least, no matter how it ends, you have something to bring back, and you'll bring it back.
Thank you, I think. Look, I respect you. You know that. And I also know that you're really good at vibes. And you're gonna pick up vibes from me, and I wanted to come clean and tell you what it was.
That is appreciated. You had a jump to the desire to go meet with the Miss Wrin, I think you said?
Yeah, it's in my pocket here somewhere. I'll look her name up as we're on our way, but Wren sounds right.
All right. Then this will be easiest if you're forthcoming, if there is something that is important. But I appreciate this measure of trust. Good to know that you would have been here anyway. But
Really, truly, I would have. And now that we both have a purpose here, I just wanted to be transparent so that you don't give me one of those looks that you're so good at giving.
I will not promise you won't give it. You'll not get it, but not for this at least.
Fair point. Thank you, Kira. Please have a pastry. I thought I needed to butter you up. I didn't really do this in the right order, did I?
No. But you can't just talk to me. That is a large portion of my faith. And it is good to see you. It is good to see that fire in you, Ezren.
Feels good.
Have your own coffee. Come on now. And she will spend this bit of the morning with Ezren until people start waking back up.
Okay.
And it's gotten to the point to where it's now a reasonable time to go grab other people instead of at the ass crack of dawn like she is wont to.
Okay. Would you like to both make a perception check for me, please? And Maurizio, would you make a stealth check, please?
As soon as the heavy talk is over, Mauricio's going to slip back to their own room.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
But in the meantime.
That is a 12 for Kira. She is.
You were mostly paying attention to the aroma of the coffee and the warm fellowship of your friend. Maurizio, how did the stealth check go?
I am still trying to figure out how to do this.
Oh,
well, while you do that, Ezren apparently had 3 cups of coffee before he went and got Fable because he was nervous and got a 21. He is looking at everything.
He's noticing things that aren't even there.
It's true.
That
Oh, there you go.
Plan. There are so many spreadsheets.
That would be a 26 on the stealth.
Ah, okay.
So I notice what's not there, but not what's actually listening.
Ezren, you think that maybe like you were looking around for like holes in the wall where people could be spying on you or something, and at one point you were almost certain that somebody was behind the door to the hallway. Anyway, Maurizio, you very gracefully lift yourself back up from hanging your head down over the window so that you could best see, and then kind of scurry back across the rooftop to your own room.
Yeah, he probably saw someone else's feet out in the hallway under the bottom of the door.
There are other people at this inn. It is true, yes. While you are up on the roof, I will say that you also just observe the town a little bit from this vantage point. And it is... You feel like there's an anticipation, like something is going to happen. There's a fog rolling in off the sea, and has obviously been kind of pouring in since early in the morning. And the sun doesn't seem... it only starts burning off when the sun reflects off the Dawnflower Library. And it is beautiful. Like, if only Kira were here, you could tell her how beautiful you see the sunrise as being. But instead, she's spending time with that Ezren. Oh well, it's fine. They're old friends.
That's fine. I will not tell her that while I was on the roof spying on her, I happened to see a beautiful sunrise that made me think of her.
Yeah.
I'll keep that to myself today.
The romantic life of a rogue is complicated. Yes, Ben.
What can I say?
Speaking of beautiful things, I forgot to mention that 21 was actually a crit. Does
Cool,
that change
cool.
anything?
My
Only plus 1 perception.
Okay, only that you notice that there was indeed somebody outside the door.
Okay.
But they trod kind of like heavily as they were going past. And you don't think it was Mariziel. Like, you know Mariziel well enough that she doesn't make a lot of noise when she moves. And she definitely is a lot lighter than that person.
Got it. So I'm basically fully like, oh, well, I thought she was going to listen in, but I guess she was strangely respectful this time.
Yeah. You were definitely listening for Mariziel. You didn't detect Mariziel, but you may have detected someone else.
Okay.
Okay.
I may not have been the only listener.
Maybe there was another one. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, down in the common room, they are serving food. Mostly it is kind of the reheated leftovers of the previous night's dinner. In the Forgotten Realms, this would be called a simmer stew, where people just put stuff into a pot and cook it back up into a kind of like stew or pot pie sort of situation. But here they have actually baked fresh bread that goes along with it, and just you get the stew and bread, and someone has made eggs as well. Eggs would be a non-starter for Amiri if she were still hungover, but with the touch of Sela, she feels ready to handle any threat coming her way.
She is still shoveling everything into her mouth.
Oh yeah, just
Water. Does that include water?
That doesn't sound like booze.
There's water in
Drink the water.
stew.
yes.
There's like a moment, and then it's just like.
Thank you so much, Amiri.
Who is notoriously hydrating.
I do appreciate Amiri fulfilling the trope of the very small lady who eats everything.
Yeah.
That is important. Yeah. You burn a lot of calories fighting the way you do.
Exactly. You got a carbo load before you go on a big adventure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Ezren watches this and goes, you know, Amiri, I know people in the city that pay good money to watch a woman of your size eat like that. Like,
I don't know how to feel about that, Ezren.
it's just giving you data. Do with that as you will.
Okay. So, as far as you have planned, you were going to maybe visit Wrin this morning and find out more about the mysterious happenings that she reported. But you can do whatever you want in the town. It's not like you have an appointment with Wrin. So, what do you want to do?
I mean, Ezren would probably go straight to Wrin, but
Yeah.
I can let other people do other things first, for sure.
No, it sounds like best plan. Get the information as soon as possible. If she's open, let's go talk to her.
Great.
Besides, she runs you said a trinket shop?
A curiosity shop, a trinket shop.
Wrin's
Where's-
Wonders.
Mariziel
Yes.
cuts in. I can show you where it is. I've met
Fantastic.
her. I've been there.
Oh,
Perfect. So
excellent.
we have a guide as needed. There's a slight smile, shoulders up.
Do
But
we want
I-
to get stuff, like, for the journey before we do that? Or.
Ezren unscrolls a list.
I was going to assume that we would figure out perhaps what is the issue, so
What
we
is
know what
the
we're
journey
preparing
first?
for.
It might just be an empty ruin.
Also, like, how far away is it? What else specifically is going on? Do you know things about it before we get there? I don't want to bring hammer and pythons if we are going to be going underground.
The only confirmed problems I've heard of so far is whites and kobolds. So, and the kobolds may be an older thing that aren't still around. So, more information would probably be good
And people disappearing into the fens.
because they were following the whites.
Yeah.
I haven't fought a white before, but kobolds are a lot of fun.
I think you mean
Oh,
will-o-wisps.
Will-o-wisps,
But yes. Okay. Yeah. No. The Fogfen, which is the the fens north of the city are known to be the haunt of numerous will-o-wisps. Whether they are actual will-o-wisp creatures or just like lights that people see, strange things in the swamp, unclear. Okay.
A brief reminder on that note, that being said aloud, I know that Sela was present for it, and I believe Ezren was present for it, but the conversation of the bartender that we just left, she said that her son disappeared, right?
Yeah, he was the one that followed the lights into the fens and never came back.
Okay.
One of, from the sounds of it, many.
Okay.
Well, as you recall, it was also stated that some locals saw him with someone who had a strange blue lantern.
Oh yeah, like a robed figure with a lantern. That's right.
Exactly.
I know that there was Ezrin and Sela there. Was there anyone else?
Well,
I believe
Sela was
those
the
were
one
two.
primarily talking because I backed off because I'm
Yeah.
cranky.
And regardless too, given we are discussing, we don't know what we're going up against, so we need more information. Sela would also just bring that up to the others as questionable thing that has happened around town. Might run into it, might need to prepare for it. So
Fair enough. I don't think we were there yet, but if that's been shared with us, then
yeah.
There's definitely the pause of like a recalibration of what this problem could be in Kier's head as we head towards Wrin's Wonders.
Okay. Well, Wrin's Wonders is toward the north of the town. And let me see. I'm just going to get an appropriate musical track for approaching Wrin's Wonders. Now, this gives me an opportunity to tell our chat that we are playing the Season of Ghosts soundtrack by Philip Melvin. You can find several Pathfinder-specific soundtracks on michaelgelfiestudios.com. And this was made specifically for the Season of Ghosts adventure path, which is not the one we're playing, but it's similar enough that that we're good. So let me see. Let's go with. See, I distracted myself, and then I stopped like picking which one to do. All right, let's try this one. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. The Curio Shop, toward the north of town. Let me just go ahead and ping it on the map. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Okay. It's that round building at the north of town. Curio Shop bears no signs, but locals know it as Wrin's Wonders, a place to marvel at whatever strange new trinkets and offerings its equally strange owner might have come across. The structure consists of a ring of what appear to be standing stones arranged in a 60-foot diameter circle surrounding a 15-foot high dome of wooden beams covered with triangular pieces of canvas. The area between the central dome and the surrounding circle is a collection of other dome-shaped tents used to store the Curio Shop's wares. When it's not raining, as it's not raining now, the fabric of these domes is pulled aside so shoppers can admire what's for sale in the light of the sun or the moon, because it seems that the Curio Shop is always open. You see, in fact, a person going around and opening up the tents because you went here first thing in the morning. It is indeed Wrin herself. Let's see. So, I think I can put on an art here, but let me just describe. So Wrin is a willowy woman with long white silver hair with like green streaks in it. Her tiefling ancestry, or if you were using Pathfinder terminology, her Nephilim ancestry, is impossible to miss. and it's something she long ago decided to embrace. Her eyes have no pupils. Small ram horns curl around her elven pointed ears. She has a thin tail that kind of whips back and forth in a kind of lighthearted sort of way, with maybe a little bit of anxiety. And fingertips that sparkle with motes of glittering light that leave no doubt that she's touched by supernatural forces. She turns as you approach, almost as though she was expecting you to be there, with a quick smile and a welcoming attitude. Oh, welcome. You're right on time. Just see if I got a good picture here that I can just put on the screen. And you've all seen the art of her before, so here we go. She looks like this, everybody. It's on the Twitch, so okay.
Just showing the map right now.
Yeah, you're not going to see it. Only the Twitch is going to see it, or only the audience is going to see it. Oh well.
Now.
There you go.
Yeah, there's usually a slight delay between when I put it on OBS and when it actually shows up.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
also failed
Wrin.
my intelligence check.
No worries.
Good thing you're a barbarian.
Yeah.
I think Ezren would have like had her letter out and like ready with this whole like grand speech about like the Pathfinder Society is here, but then like she interrupts him and is like, "Oh, you're right on time," and he just goes, "Wait, how did you know?"
Good morning. You must be Wrin.
I am. Sorry. Wrin Sivinxi. That's me. This is my shop. Welcome to Wrin's Wonders. You must be Ezren. She points to the grizzled old wizard of the Pathfinder Society. Yes.
Yes. We have
And
come to answer your call.
and you must be Kira. She points to Kira. Maurizio has told me a great deal about you. Or, well, it is apparent from her silences and the things she does not say.
Hi, I'm Mary.
Oh, she shakes. She extends her hands to Amiri.
Amiri very enthusiastically shakes her hand.
Okay, they lightly crackle with some kind of otherworldly energy. Oh,
What? Whoa! That's so cool. Ezren! She's so much more magical than you are.
I see that.
Sela covers the laugh with a cough. It's not particularly well covered.
Ezren, you should figure out how to make your hands do like sparkle, crackle, glitter magic.
and
You know, I've actually read that spell, but I chose not to take it today.
She scrutinizes Sela. You I do not know. Hello, I am Wrin Sivinxi.
I'm Sela. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Okay, she bows to you slightly, and she extends her hands to you as well.
Sure. Sela will take her hands.
Okay, great. Yeah, there's this little crackle static of electricity.
Oh. That is interesting.
Ha, yes. Please do come in. We can speak in my tent if you wish. We can speak out here, whatever you are most comfortable with. You have come about the strange light in the fens, yes?
Yes.
Perfect.
Real fast. Can you do me like a huge favor?
Yes?
Okay,
I suppose it depends on the favor.
There's this spot like right here on like my neck here. If you could like use that like crackle zap thing, like just for a second, it'll like maybe it'll make that muscle intense.
Are you asking me to shock you?
I mean, I don't know, whatever. I just want to be able to turn that way more. I slept on a floor last night.
Of course.
Ezren is like flexing his hand behind his back, and literally the shocking grass cantrip is like like crackling in his hand, and he's trying to stay silent.
Wrin looks at her long, delicate fingers, and she says, "Well, my magic can be used for healing and for harming, but I do not actively control electricity, not the way your friend does."
Ezren, you can do like shocky sparkle fingers.
And he's like, sure, yeah, no, it's fine. You wouldn't like it. It hurts.
You're saying that I can't handle it?
Do you? Let's come back to this later. Wrin, in your letter, you talked about an evil that is rising, and then
yes,
I
of
proceed
course.
to sort of tell her probably too much of what I know about the Watchtower, and the things probably going on and on a little bit too long, hoping that someone would interrupt me, because
Again,
I just can't help myself.
he does get a specific time limit as Sela is mentally counting down before being like, so, Wrin, what could you tell us? As you can see, we've done our research, but someone who lives here would obviously probably have at least a different perspective.
Of course, of course. Please, I suppose we should go into my tent. So,
Thank you so much. That's so wonderful.
she leads you into the central tent, which is full of tables of curios, like wands and gemstones and just polished stones of various kinds, mostly set on cloths of various colors. There's like a crystal ball. There's a single glove. Why would you need both gloves? It's just one glove. There's something that looks like a kaleidoscope, perhaps. There's an astrolabe model of the world. And there is hanging on a coat rack that is on top of a table, a robe, which is decorated with closed eyes that look like just like kind of stylized eyelids. And just all kinds of strange and unusual bric-a-brac, that kind of stuff. So she says, yes, I sell numerous curios here. If anything catches your interest, please let me know. But
For a robe of eyes.
I have been brewing tea for us, and it's just about ready. You came slightly earlier than I thought you would, but you're here now, and you hear this, ooh, and she says, the tea. There's a little like fireplace in the center of the big pavilion. You realize that she doesn't have like a house exactly. There's a bed there, just kind of next to the fireplace, and she just sleeps there. You look up at the ceiling of the pavilion, and you see that it is decorated with silver stars and moons all over, so that even when sleeping inside, she can see the night sky.
Ezren actually has just started furiously taking notes, clearly reacting to like what she's saying and the fact that she has perhaps some sort of divination magic, to the point where he actually is getting really distracted and maybe not even following.
You have a penchant for portents, my friend.
You're saying this to Wrin, or are you saying this to
Yes.
Ezren? Okay. Yes. She says, yes. I am a devotee of the cosmic caravan. They give me visions and glimpses into things that will happen, things that have happened, and things that are happening. And for instance, I saw that you would be here this morning. 4 of you. I did not see all 5 of you. The visions are imperfect, of course. I trade in these curios and also in auguries and predictions and readings. If you have time and you would like me to read your fortune, I would be happy to do so. But regardless, I'm getting off topic.
Which one of us was missing from your vision?
She just does not answer that question at all. And she says, so the light I wrote of in my letter is, I believe, the light of the Gaunt Light, the ancient lighthouse that burns in the north, in the Fogfens. It is
A
not
dark tower
supposed.
of untruths.
Yes, it is not supposed to be a light. It was supposedly vanquished centuries ago when the evil sorceress Belcora Haravex was destroyed by the Rose Guard in the founding of Otari. I could tell you that myth. You may have heard that story already.
You heard it at least twice from Ezren.
Yeah. Probably the like myth version and then also the like more realistic version.
I am curious in this, though. Does your tale of the story differ from our wizard's?
Perhaps. I do not know exactly what he has told you. I will
I'd be
explain.
interested.
And she clears her throat. Ahem. When the fog is creeping and the moon is low, when the town is sleeping, Gauntlight starts to glow. That's when she arises for her midnight lunch. Naughty kids are prizes for her teeth to crunch. But if you obey me and obey the rules, you're safe from Velcora. She eats just the fools. She pauses as though maybe expecting some kind of applause.
I was going to say, just in the distance.
This is a popular nursery rhyme here in Otari that parents tell their children to encourage them to obey the rules and not wander off into the fens, obviously. And it's quite popular. Children often sing the melodious but sort of unsettling poem. And as a reminder to behave well. As a result, most folk who grow up in Otari have a healthy mix of fear, respect, and curiosity for the old ruins to the north of the city in the Fogfen, and the lighthouse, the Gauntlight, that stands at the swamp's heart. As they grow older, townsfolk usually learn the more commonly accepted truth that the heroic founders of Otari, the Rose Guard, slew the wicked sorcerer Belcora Haravex many years ago, shortly before establishing the town in the honor of one of their fallen comrades. Otari was his name. For a time, thrill seekers explore the ruins, and they still do to this day, around the lighthouse called the Gauntlight, but mostly today, people believe that the place is a haven for pests. No longer a place of treasure or of any significant challenge. It's been very well picked over by folk for the last 500 years since Belcora's fall. A great deal of time has passed since that defeat, and in all that time, the rime is the only threat Belcora has posed to the town.
But we're hearing that townsfolk are disappearing into the fens.
That's troubling.
You didn't know that?
Well, I am something of an odd duck here in Otari, and I hear some things, but not everything. Not everyone trusts me with everything. Well, you see the horns in the ears and the tail. Her tail swishes. Folk are suspicious of things that are strange and exotic to them. Yeah, I haven't heard specifically about who is it that disappeared? Is it a number of folk?
As we were on our way in, the one who drove the carriage made it seem like there were several. But we know specifically Frelda, the proprietor of the Rowdy Rockfish, her son Lazda disappeared over a year ago, apparently.
That is troubling indeed. I knew
was
Lazda Venkervale. He used to come to the
Yes.
curio shop, and then he stopped coming to the curio shop, and I just assumed that he lost interest. Troubling indeed. She looks
Allegedly, he
concerned.
was seen in the company of a hooded figure with a strange blue lantern going
Blue lantern,
in the
you
direction
say?
of the fens. Yes. That's what those who saw him last reported.
You know, this may be a coincidence, but the light that I've seen glowing in the fens is a blue light. I wonder if there is some kind of connection. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. I have seen the tower glowing faintly blue. I see it only periodically. Rarely does it light up after dark. And no one else that I've talked to seems to believe me about this. Perhaps I am the only one who sees it. Anyway, I was hoping that you would investigate and get to the truth of this. If there is a threat growing to Otari, we need to deal with it, obviously.
So, Wrin, your letter to the Pathfinders was to investigate the light. You
Correct.
No. That's all you had.
Yes. Well, is that not enough?
Oh, it's enough. I just wanted to make sure that we know what we're walking into.
Well, if you happen to find information about missing folk, then you should definitely rescue them as well. You are heroes, yes?
Are we also getting paid for this?
Oh, payment. Well, I do not have a great deal of coin myself, but I'm sure if there is some threat to Otari that you vanquish, Mayor Manhemes will see you rewarded greatly, as will Vandy Banderdash, whose name you recognize, Kira and Maurizio, as the head priestess of the Dawnflower Library. And likely numerous mercantile barons in town will... I have just the thing. Hold on. And she kind of like hurries away. You get the sense that she just kind of drifts from topic to topic sometimes. And it's not like a typical interaction that you might have with a person. Anyway, and she goes over to the stand on the table, and she takes down that robe of the closed eyes, and she says, "I can offer you this." She blows some dust off of it. As a down payment for your services. You can keep it. No one in the town seems to be all that interested in this cloak. And if you find a threat and you face further danger, I will endeavor to find something else to reward you with. But here, and she extends the cloak.
Eric, can we say that I've been sort of slowly, like trying subtly over the last 10 minutes, casting detect magic as a ritual?
Yes.
I just imagine like Amiri takes it and is like, in her head, like, oh cool, this old gross thing that you can't sell to anyone. But like has enough awareness to know not to say that out loud. So instead she just takes it and goes, thanks.
So as Ezren is doing this detect magic ritual, which, let's be clear, involves like drawing circles of like powdered silver and stuff on the ground.
Oh, I was hoping it could be subtle.
No.
Okay.
First of all, Wrin does not bat an eye at you doing that. Like, she is like, yeah, okay, obviously this is what the wizard would do. Yeah. Why not? And like you pull out this like complex glove of silver chains you put over your hand, and
this is why you have one glove.
Right. And you finish the ritual and you send out a ping that basically makes you aware of all the magical items in the area. There are numerous lesser magical items in the shop, mostly potions and possibly a weapon or two, a shield. And this cloak is definitely magical. This is probably the most magical treasure in the shop.
And I would just look at Amiri holding it and go, Amiri, may I see that?
Here.
Like
she for a second like does the gotcha, but then like, is just like, no.
And I'm just like, oh, thank God. I don't know what she's gonna do to it.
Sela will just, look at Wrin and be like, so what is it?
It is
another 10 minutes and I can tell you. No.
It is
No, I waited for you to do your ritual first.
it is a robe I found on my travels and acquired from a trader in a faraway land, and it is enchanted with divinatory properties.
Neat.
It's probably easier to show you than to explain. Here, Ezren, if you do not mind me calling you Ezren, I'm not aware of you having another name. Would you put the robe on?
Sure.
Okay.
Do I need to run my
Maybe.
closet, Eric? No.
Yes! Please do that, Ben. You offered.
Do it.
During
Yes!
a quiet moment, Mary Seal, who has said absolutely nothing so far and has been staying back in the shadows out of the way, approaches Wrin and says, "You could have told me
Told you what?
about the lights."
Oh. Oh, I suppose. I didn't think you'd be interested.
Okay. That's all that she has time to say before Ezren.
That's
Has the
all
robe
that's
on,
all
and she-
Wrin knows to say before Ezren shows up. And he's got the robe. Okay, so this is
Automatically switches the
Yeah.
robe on.
this is Ben's
Yes.
robe of eyes that he's made. And sure enough, when you put the robe on, the eyes all open and blink. They look, well, not entirely like human eyes. Actually, they're eyes from various different creatures. And you can just immediately attune to the robe right there if you want to. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, if by no other reason, knowing that it's the most powerful magic item in this room and she's giving it to me, then yeah.
Okay. While you were wearing the robe, it gives you advantage on perception checks that rely on sight. You can see all around. Like you have eyes in the back of your back. You have dark vision and true sight up to a range of 120 feet.
I can't believe you actually gave me this. You're insane.
Oh, yeah. There is a
think-
drawback, however, Wrin says.
Oh no.
If someone or something were to cast a light spell on you, it would probably blind you.
Forever.
Well, not forever. I suppose it depends on how powerful the light is.
So like, if and you clerics with moonbeam, you just back off. Okay.
Anyway,
Oh, Ezren.
What
There's
if somebody used like a big mirror and like
oh, yeah, maybe don't do that.
No.
I think there's a brief turn where Kira, not aware that Ezren can see 360 now, is like, it's like, if someone casts a light on you, she's like, just works her mouth for a half second and tries her best to hide a smirk.
Oh no, Ezren's now going to be fully aware of how often we roll our eyes around him.
It's possible. Yeah, even as you think that, one of the eyes fixes on Sela like,
Oh no.
The
And
this
Ezra is
is-
just like, I feel suddenly very self-conscious.
Amiri is definitely in a staring contest with some of the eyes.
Okay.
So
make a Constitution
This
saving
one.
throw.
Absolutely.
Sometimes perception
Nice.
gets so
I
high
got
it's
a
a drawback.
nat one.
Okay, Amiri, you keep your eyes open long enough that you're starting to get a headache.
Amiri, I think maybe you let's not stare at the robe that stares back right now.
You are pretty sure
Um,
that the eye blinked at you, but you don't have proof.
Nothing changed.
I'm sure it did.
Okay, so
this is a kindness.
It is
Wrin.
absolutely a good.
it is a payment, Wrin says. I expect good things from you, heroes. Please help the town. They don't entirely trust me, but this is where I live, and I do care about them.
That's really
And-
sad though that like
going out of your way to like do all this stuff for them, and they can't even just be like, "Hey, good job."
Well, I could be overreacting. In which case, I have just lost a robe that no one wants to buy, and you've lost a couple of days of your time and had a lovely time in a small port city.
I would actually back up to Kira and just be like, I think I see why people think they're weird if she just. Do you know what? Never mind. I'll tell you later.
There's a slight tip of her head. Then I have seen upon image of the gauntlet, ill-portent, a
Uh-huh. Rin gets very excited by you saying that.
a feeling of the baleful dread and hate that seems to come from it. So I do not believe that you are overreacting, my friend. But I do. You say that the tower glows. Does it still stand?
It must. I haven't been there myself, but for the light to come from so high, I assume the tower still stands. Unless it is a spectral version of the tower, which is... Ooh, I hadn't even considered that. She looks very troubled.
That's concerning, yes. I believe in the last time that we were told of it, it was that the tower had fallen, but as otherwise you would have been able to see it during the day.
Well, the complex that the tower is attached to is not so far from the city. About 20 or 30 minutes walk. Faster if you run, I suppose. But you could get there easily before high sun. Although you might need to gather supplies if you expect it to be a long journey. Blades for Glades has a great many weapons and armor if you wish to upgrade any of the things that you have. Or there's also the Atari Market if you need more supplies, rations. Yes, Ben, you had a question?
No, that was me unrolling my shopping list that Ezren has had prepared for weeks.
Yes.
To prepare for all eventualities.
Rin says, "Oh, perfect. I see that you are prepared."
Yes, he is.
Well, I wish you luck. If you would like, I would be most happy to do an augury for you.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
It would not be too much trouble.
Oh no, of course not.
I think in sort of in the query towards an augury, and she said that she was a devotee. Do I know anything about the Cosmic Caravan?
Make a religion check.
God, I'd love to.
Excellent.
I'm also curious, Eric, can I do a nature check to see if I recognize any of those constellations?
Oh yes, go ahead.
Can I also do a religion check?
Sure.
I got 19.
Okay.
That is a natural 1 for 3.
Wow.
Sela and Kira, you have never heard of the Cosmic Caravan.
Sounds like a bard group.
Amiri, you said you got something rather high about the constellations. Okay.
I got a 19.
Sure enough, those are the constellations that you can see here in Otari during a good chunk of the year, specifically during the winter.
Wow.
If you're doing if you're remembering things correctly, you spent a lot of time sleeping under the stars, regardless of season, and especially in the winter, like sleeping without shelter in the winter was very much part of your clan growing up, part of your initiation rituals. So,
how else are you gonna thicken your skin?
Exactly. The here's my dog. She's decided to visit. The constellations are not the same as in your homeland, but they would be the constellations you'd see from Absalom, which is not too far away.
And what is the season we're in right now?
It is late autumn.
Okay. So yeah, Amiri will
Puppy,
just
I'm trying to
kinda,
do a thing.
look up and be like, does does this change, or do you just prefer the view from winter?
Oh, no, it does not change. But I typically sleep outside under the stars every other season.
Me too. But like
I
every season.
I find the open sky comforting. I do not
Oh
like
yeah.
I do not like enclosed spaces.
Oh man. Well, next time I go out hunting, do you want to come with?
Hunting what?
I don't know, whatever's around.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
She seems pleased. All right, well, I would love to do this augury for you, but I can only do it at night. So I could do it tonight. Ah, you saw my dog just punch me in the face, right?
Yes.
No,
No.
She wanted more pets.
She did, but she's not going to get him right now. Okay. So
Did she roll for that attack, or?
she rolled an 18 for that attack and it just clocked me right in the
Surprise
jaw.
action.
Okay. So,
Eric was caught flat-footed.
Ah.
that's right. Okay. So Wrin can do this augury for you that she mentioned, but she can only do it in the night sky. So it is the morning right now. So if you want to, you can go up into the Fogfens today, or you can do the rest of your preparations today and then have the augury in the evening, or whatever you want to do. I will let you think about that as we go to our break. We have a break for about 10 minutes, and then we will be back. And so don't go away. And we're getting closer to getting to the Abomination Vaults. See you shortly.
I would like to scout ahead. I would like to scout to the Fogfen. If the rest of you would like to come, we can go there. It seems like during the daylight might be the safest time to see what it's about, and then we can return for supplies and the augury and come back tomorrow. Or if you'd like to go shop, I can be very careful and keep my distance and looking at Kira and keep myself safe.
I'm assuming that as a group, we don't have enough money for a proper like shopping montage. So are we just talking about food and basics, and then for multiple days, if we think we're going to delve this like thing?
That would be my assumption. Just getting some amount of rations, perhaps.
So I
We
realized
keep
I
saying-
was muted when the scene started. So just to recap, there are basically 3 courses of action. One, you can either head into the Fogfen to investigate the statue or the tower immediately. 2, you could bum around town doing some shopping, meeting some people, getting some more information while you're waiting for night to fall for Wrin to do the augury. Or 3, you could split the party, and some of you could do that, and some of you could do the other thing. So, continue.
I actually think scouting ahead is a good idea. As Wrin said, there might be nothing out there.
I mean,
Besides,
it's only a 20-30 minute walk, right? So
If it's this close, it seems
There's-
smart to at least go see what's there before we also necessarily commit to getting a bunch of supplies that we might not need.
agreed. I believe taking a look, coming back at nightfall for the augury, and then grabbing what we think we need. Because if we go, we take a look and we see if there is anything else that stands out, and come back, buy what we need, have the augury at this night, see if we can't perhaps. She mentioned that she's unsure if anybody else can see the tower at night. It may be good for us to look there and then head out in the morning when we have the lights. We
Yeah.
could. And she kind of turns. I do not doubt your skills. But if anything happened, I would feel awful for not being there. Besides, I don't want to miss it either. Perhaps I would like to see things too.
I do want to do the augury thing though, because she sounded really excited about it, and also like
definitely.
it does seem like, you know, she could actually use friends, and like she seems really, really nice.
Operation Make the PCs Fall in Love with Wrin Sivinxi is well established and on its way. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Then, yeah, that feels like a good plan of action. And atop this, there's a. She kind of gestures to Mauricio. She seems to have some friends. But
Not those ones that she confides in, apparently. But I can't fault her for that, being the same myself.
How
No,
often
we're-
do you guys talk?
I've been out here a couple times in the couple days we've been here, just sort of checking out the whole town.
Well, like, are you having like long conversations? Are you inviting her places? Like,
What?
Maurizio stares at Amiri like, what are you even asking me?
like,
Is this
That's-
leading somewhere?
I'm trying to understand what your version of friendship is.
Just ask if she laid on hands. Like that's we know that's what you want to ask.
Oof, the drama.
Am I intrigued by those tingly fingers? Is that what you're asking me?
Long,
Well, I
dexterous,
mean,
tingly
you know,
fingers.
that's between you and Kira and everything. But I meant more just like is this a thing where you guys like confide stuff in each other and like you go to the shop and you're like chatting for like a few hours, or is it just like you go in the shop, you browse stuff, say hey, what's up, and then leave?
We she looks Amiri in the eye very seriously in what could be honesty and could be a deadpan, and says, "We talk about elf things."
And just at that moment, because I assume we're like walking through the town. A
Oh
little
yeah,
bit,
no, I
having
assume
this
I assume
conversation.
you're
Yeah,
on your
walk and
shopping
talk.
trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
At that moment, Ezren puts his hands on Sela's shoulder and is like, Sela,
Yes.
do you see what I'm seeing? And he sort of just gestures like into the town.
Oh no.
That's a dog. Are you talking about the dog? It's a cute dog.
No, I'm
It
talking
looks like
about
it wants pets, actually.
Mm.
Sela is
I
now
pet the
petting the
dog.
dog.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Mary is petting the dog as
absolutely.
well.
We'll pet the dog. Yeah.
Why
the
does
dog?
the dog's fur look like it's on fire with blue flames?
I'm pretty sure it's brown.
Haven't you seen a
It's a
dog
brown
before?
dog.
No, it's really not. And there's a person, a thing, a woman
Wait.
standing
Hang
behind
on.
you.
Ezren, are you seeing the Hat Man?
The hot man?
The-
No.
the
The Hat Man.
What's the hat?
The hat.
man?
No, it's a woman. It's
I'm-
she's
Is she wearing a hat?
unsettling.
I'm gonna drag Kira just a step aside
Mm,
and say, "Did you have his coffee as well?"
I did. And I'm fine.
Okay.
I think that perhaps our dear friend needs to have a little bit more caution about curses, perhaps.
About taking magic items, perhaps.
I actually it
Ezren
could-
is over on a wall, that's sort of like, it's got so much texture on it.
Well, the
It's
thing is,
beautiful.
you can't escape any of the sights or
No,
sounds. Like
listen.
you're seeing all around you. Like you're seeing this
Uh-huh.
conversation. You're seeing the dog still looking at you funny. You're seeing the texture in the wall.
Okay, so listen, there was this one time, there was a few times
much.
I ate these really weird mushrooms.
How
And as
many
long as
times?
he's not seeing the Hat Man, it's gonna be okay.
Okay.
What
All
about
right.
the skirt lady? Is she okay? 'Cause
She's
she doesn't look
absolutely
nice.
okay. You just give
Okay.
her some space and let her do her thing.
Okay, so Ezren will actually just hook arms with the mirror and be like,
Yeah.
there are faces in every window.
You know, that happens sometimes.
Okay.
What
Yeah,
about
I got you. I'll keep you safe.
what about the sickle-fingered child?
Oh, which one?
That's true. There are several.
Mhm.
Okay, so as you're wandering through the
Can I
streets,
try to do a lay on hands purify poison just to be on the safe side?
he's definitely not poisoned. You can tell
Okay,
before you
you know-
start using it.
I had to try. I had to be sure.
It
Okay.
it seems to be acclimating to the robe.
Okay.
Hopefully, it's just acclimating. Hopefully, he'll be okay eventually.
You could
Yeah,
take
there's-
the robe off.
There's
Just throwing the idea out there. Just someone had to say it.
What?
Kira, is she talking? Because all I'm hearing is wrong.
You think you could also cause the robe's eyes to close?
Does that, you're saying that occurs to me? Actually, so that's what it is. I would actually put the hood up and be like, God, okay, I can still see. My eyes are closed,
Okay,
but I can still see. I just want the, and then I would just think about how much I want the eyes to
Okay,
close.
the eyes start drifting shut, like falling gradually asleep all along the rope.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
As you slowly lose your 360 vision, you do see Sela take a small notebook out and just scribble something down real quick and put it away again.
That was cool.
Right?
Let's go
As-
check out that possibly creepy tower. Yeah.
Ezren, my dear friend, let us have conversations about curses in the future.
So
and-
you have ended up in a place that is one part open air farmers market and one part log cabin trading post. There is a sign that says, yeah, we're not using the map all that frequently, so it'll occasionally ping me and go like, "Are you still playing?" I'm like, "Yes, please don't close." All right. The Otari Market appears to be a gathering place for locals and one-stop shop for all manner of general goods. If you're looking to resupply or get some extra things before you head to the tower, this is a good place to do it. The man at the desk inside the log cabin trading post, like there's a bar essentially that he's standing behind, and it's hung with all sorts of little small supplies behind him. He looks up at you dourly and he says, "Oh, travelers, coin to spend, travelers?"
Perhaps. What do you have to offer? We are primarily, should be a small excursion.
Ah,
And
I got whatever you do need. Name's Kalino Lathanar. I own the market.
Kira will extend a hand. Kira,
He looks at Kira's hand. Kind of like gruffly shakes it.
You are. If you have anything from the market, we are likely to return. We are about to go on a bit of a journey, though. Tonight, we hope to just scout where we will be going.
Oh, yeah?
Out into the Fogfen. Have
Ah. You're going to
heard
want some
anything?
good boots, then. How big are your feet? He looks over the bar at your feet.
Amiris are surprisingly dainty.
The there's sort of like the shift of the row to just like cover her lower
Yeah,
half.
yeah. He like caught a glance at your toes, and then he's like, "Hmm." He looks back up at you. You have
Do we
good.
get a
Good.
discount if we show you them?
Why would you do that?
I don't know. Some people are into it.
For a
No
discount.
judgment.
Yeah, travelers are a bit strange. No, no discounts. Not unless, well, I mean, not unless you do something for me, I suppose.
Serenrai grant me warmth to give to others what I find myself lacking. Yes, we have money, unless you
Good.
mean
Coin does talk.
it does.
You don't happen to be mercenaries, do you? Looking for work?
Do you need mercenaries?
It depends.
Says the woman with the brace of daggers across her
This is
back.
the most mercenary person in the party.
Nah,
Except for the
nah.
woman with the big honking axe.
No, I'm just thinking about them damn druids. Wish they'd just leave well enough alone. But no, I'm not gonna hire anybody to drive them out of town. That'd
What
be
are the
wrong of
druids
me.
doing?
What's
In
up with the
town.
druid?
It's what the druids ain't doing. That's
Which
the problem.
is- What are the druids not doing?
It's what the druids ain't done in the past.
20 questions later.
20 questions later. So, 20 questions later, Kalina, I would like you to make a persuasion check, please. This guy
I'd like
is
to make a patience check.
dour and humorless and gruff and, like, he's bitter about something.
I would like to give Maris the help action as we are going through this, trying to get a beat of as they're talking through, trying to find it.
Yeah,
Very
that
kind of
gives
you.
Mariziel advantage on the check.
Oh, then I shall persuade again.
Cool.
So that's a 17.
17, okay. You get from Kalino that many years ago, some 30 years ago, his wife was mauled to death by a druid who took the form of a wolf. And the druids at the stone ring outside town sheltered the killer for a while until eventually he was discovered and they ran him off. And Kalino has basically a grudge against the druids to this day. The killer is the werewolf Joel Mesmin. I will put that in your codex. See, they all have a codex, by the way, that I just update on their group Discord.
The only way I remember anyone's name.
That's right. Anyway, Kalino has a grudge against the druids. He's pretty sure that like Mesmin is no longer around, but the druids still, still annoy him because they seem to care more about him than about, the crime that he committed.
That's odd. Why would they shelter a known killer like that?
Damn druids don't have no morality. There is apt to side with, the smaller party over the large one. If goblins are attacking the town, they might defend the town, but then if they start losing and the town goes after the goblins, then they might side with the goblins to keep the balance. And he basically goes into this rant about second edition true neutral alignment.
Remind me to share a meme with you later.
Yeah, by all means.
There's a beat as he begins to rant where like Kira turns towards Maris and like mouths presumptuous. Size to every story. But looks about on the walls, I don't know if there's anything that we will particularly need right before our excursion. And I worry that the longer we stay here, he may regale us further of opinion before information.
Agreed.
But it is good to know that within these woods we may find druids. That animals may not always be what they seem. They may be
Right.
worth talking to.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's very important.
Also a werewolf.
Also werewolves.
A werewolf at some point or another.
Also, it was good that we were nice to that dog.
Mm-hmm.
That
It may
could
go
have been a
back and tell
secret
its
druid.
people that we were pleasantly
That we were kind to animals.
yes.
Yes, let's get some like basic rations that we can use later too, even if again this turns out to be a bust, because we the players know it won't be a bust, but characters are still on the fence.
Yeah.
I'd like to pick up a couple of pieces of chalk. In addition to rations. And maybe a bit of extra jerky for any animals we encounter.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Standard adventurers kits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sees captions. It's also just popping up the Zoom bubbles when we are texting.
Yep. For what it's worth, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Fine.
Likewise. But
Okay. Did that fix it? It did. Okay.
Yay.
Yeah. Sometimes, okay. So I have this cool Razer headset, and sometimes it is too advanced for my computer to figure out. And it's like, your audio's not working. I'm like, I didn't do anything. I didn't change anything. There's no reason it would stop working.
fair enough.
All right.
Yeah.
Just works.
Every now and then Discord will just decide it forgets all of my headset settings and is like, whoopsies. Figure it out. Surprise.
We should also grab some torches and stuff for those of us without dark vision and true sight and whatever 89,000 forms of vision there are.
I have both a lamp, if needed, a tinderbox, and I can bring Serenway's light to us so that we would be able to see further. But in case of, yes, we are in need of splitting up for any reason.
Or get split up.
Or Ezren could hold his arm out and you could both get into that cloak together and then you would both have vision.
Wouldn't that
'Cause
be
I'm
fun?
sure that's how it works.
Ezren would begin to explain to you that that's not how it works and explain the magical theorems behind it if you let him.
And
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sela turns to the shopkeeper and is like, just this, and this for now. Thank you so much, sir. We will keep an eye out for those druids. Thank you for the warning.
I think the captions are now doubling up, which is very strange. I don't know why that would be happening, but I apologize to the chat for that. We will try and figure that out for next time. Okay, the market has standard adventuring gear, rations, food, light armor, simple weapons. If you need anything more sophisticated in terms of armor or weapons, you're going to want to go to Blades for Glades. Kalino directs you in that direction. He says, yeah, the owner, Carman, stupid name, is kind of an asshole, but you know, he does good work. So just don't like challenge him to a duel or like a throwing contest or something. He doesn't react well to losing.
Oh, one of those guys. Huh?
Muraciel responds to his name in such a way that you know that she knows who he is. Mostly
Out of
because
character, I say he can fix your muffler.
Yeah. Amiri's
Mostly
just
because
laughing.
last night I heard him missing the target upstairs in the
Oh, that was the
Crook's
X-Man?
Nook. That was our car man.
Yeah.
Good to know. Thank you for the warning, sir.
Ezren would kind of be like, kind of nudging Kira impatiently, be like, we go now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Go?
let's
We can go.
let's go check out go to the fen. Well, we still got daylight.
Mm.
Let's hope that's his daughter.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Um,
Is there? I was going to say, is there a way you can clock an insight of sort? Ooh.
vibe check.
Well, I was going to say real quick. Ben, Eric, you are muted. Yeah, one sec.
Weird.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. OBS couldn't
Ooh.
hear me. That
I
was
will
the problem.
interpret in thieves'
Oh.
cant for the chat.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. It crashes out with my headset for sometimes, and it's very strange. Anyway, okay, so an intelligence check or an insight check, either of those would work for determining who this might be. Yeah, thanks. My audio is back. Woo.
Woo!
What?
Okay, Kira, no,
So for our audience, they can't see this, but that's probably, I think, my third natural one
Oh
for
my
Oh no.
flat 6.
yeah.
I have a penalty to
I'm gonna
insight.
guess too. Oh,
I also have a nat 1 for a score of 0.
Yeah, Amiri, you're like, who? What? There was a person?
Yeah.
I,
Whatever. Dumb baby person.
Sela, that
I got
that
a 16.
Sela,
I
that
know a fancy person when I see one.
yeah, you can recognize that this is a fairly wealthy, well-to-do person. That is probably Mayor Menemez and his daughter Doriana.
Don't ask where I learned how to clock fancy people so quick.
That persuasion roll was a mistake. Sorry about that.
Okay. Yeah, and unless you're going to approach them, they just keep walking on. It could be like a doting father walking with his daughter, or it seems kind of like he's leading her along like a pet. It's very strange.
Something seems up there. Not gonna investigate it right now, but Sela's definitely kind of making a note of that. I mean, if nothing else, good to know. Oh, that's probably the mayor. Cool, I can recognize him on sight in the future.
And yeah, if Sela mentions nothing, then we continue forward to the towards the fen.
Okay. All right. So there's really only realistically one way out of Otari, and that is, let me just ping it on the map. This bridge right here, up at the north end.
Okay.
Hmm.
I guess we take that bridge then.
And it's kind of a circuitous route because Otari is, in the bottom of this valley next to the ocean. So
Makes
you
it
have
dependable.
to climb up a ways and then around, and so you're kind of making your way along. Let me just draw a little map of where you're going. Following the path here. I assume you're just following the path.
Yeah.
We scaled the
Wren,
cliff.
Wren has pointed out that the direction toward the tower is in this direction here, so kind of to the northwest. All right. As you are walking up along the cliff, you can see Otari laid out down below you. It looks like a peaceful, nice place, really. If you activate the Robe of Eyes, it is outside the range of your exaggerated true sight vision, so you're not going to see anything weird about it. You do see this ring of standing stones that is right here on the map, and you are pulled back to remember what Kilino Lathanar said about the stone ring, and perhaps that is what he meant.
Does it currently look occupied?
Yes, in fact.
Okay.
Let me tell you about the stone ring. All right. 24 standing stones, exactly 12 feet high, stand sentinel around the shores of this shallow pond. The stones appear to be very old and must have stood here for a long time. The waters of the pond are unusually reflective, having this kind of like sheen of silver at a particular angle, but when you get close, they're just reflecting the stones in the sky and yourselves like you're looking down into a mirror. There are several people here in kind of like ragged cloaks and like leathers that you might expect a hunter to wear when they're going out on a job, sitting on various stones apart from the water. Some of them are like they're whittling or they're like working on fixing pieces of equipment.
They seem peaceful enough.
They do seem relatively peaceful. Yeah, you don't see any like blood rituals or anything going on. Just people hanging out. And there are like bed rolls set up, and people have obviously been sleeping here, and just kind of camping outside of the town.
To the group as they approach, do we believe these to be the druids or simply hunters who have set up?
This seems to be the right place for where they said the druids would be, I would assume. Or at least make a reasonable guess that they would be the druids.
Ah, travelers! You hear a voice, and a small woman with pointed ears. She's a gnome, clearly. Comes running up to you. She says, "Welcome to the Stone Ring. I am Warlewin, keeper of the ring. Can I help you? Are you in need of healing or of aid in some respect?"
What do you know about the weird tower?
The weird tower? Do you mean the Gauntlight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Centuries ago, there was an evil sorceress, as I understand.
We heard that part. Like in the last few weeks or something. Has it been weird? Have you seen any weird lights?
No.
Insight check.
Other than, do you mean the will-o-wisps?
It doesn't sound like that, but have you noticed an increase in will-o-wisp activity?
No. They seem pretty common.
I got 15